Okay. Likutei Moharan, Terech Haftes. So what we have established, we have added to the first two tikkunim, the first two manifestations of that principle, that in order to fix that which is called the Pgam Godim, the problem, the soiling of the garments, מבחינת מדוע אדום ללבושך, why are your garments red, which is the redness of the blood vessels, כביכול, the spiritual blood vessels, is not a manual fixing of one detail at the time. Those, of course, those stains, the redness of the blood vessel, what we're talking about is the damage which is caused by averos, the sins. But the tikkun for those, and that redness causes a separation between us and Kadosh Baruch Hu. It is your averos that separate you and me. So, al derech mashal, it is called dam nida. It causes the Shekhinah to have kaviyachol, euphemistically a dam nida, a state of impurity, which separates the wife from her husband, which is Am Yisrael from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is the Shekhinah and Kudsha Brichu. These are all manifestations of the same Bechin. The way to fix the damages that has been caused through the averos, to fix that redness, so to speak, the soiling of the clothing of the garments, is to bring about what are called whiteness, lavnunis, from the moichin, all the way from the very, very top, from the source of everything.
Right.
Yes. So this is b'fchinas what they called damneko v'nasachalav. When a woman gives birth, she doesn't have her cycle. What Chazal says is that the blood kiviyachol, that the shorish, that thing which was cause her to see blood, to have blood, to have menstruation, is being transformed to milk. The shorish adavar. It's not that the blood itself turns to milk, but the shorish, that mechanism that causes the blood to come, it's transformed to make milk to come. Mm-hmm. It's a bivchinas dam neko v'nasachol, that the blood muddles and becomes milk, which means that whiteness is introduced and the redness, and cures, quote unquote, the redness. This is a tikkun. So we said that one way of introducing the whiteness, to clean out the redness, is the tikkun adimah, the rectification of the speech. That brings about whiteness. The second bechina is tikkun bris, where a person guards his bris. This, and the third one that we mentioned the last time that we learned, is Masa Matan Be'emuna, dealing fairly, dealing faithfully. And money is called damim. You know, to buy something for a lot of money. It means to pay b'damim rabim, a lot of damim, a lot of kivyocha, a lot of blood. It's one of the euphemisms for money.
You worked hard for it.
You paid a lot of money. You paid a lot of money. It's called damim rabim. The Chazal says damim totem mashma. This is it cost a lot of going, following what you're saying, is that Chazal said that it cost a lot of money. Chazal says damim totem mashma. Two meanings to it. One of them is it cost a lot of money, and the second is that you work very hard for it. Like you put your blood, your life's blood into it. So this says that damim has two meanings. One of them is money. One of them is blood. Is mamash blood mam. So we say this Masamat Memuna. The whole tachlis of Masamat is money. Damim totem mashma. So you see that the money that a person makes through his work, it can be damim totem mashma. So there's a tikkun klali for the money. Is a tzedakah. That especially is when a person does business in order to give tzedakah. This is the tikkun klali of his money. That's called masa matan be'emuna. When there's thought in your mind, I'm going to make money. Now, it's not just giving money to others. It says, also tzedakah b'chol eis, one who does tzedakah at all times. Zo mefarnes ishtoi uvnei beisai. The one who feeds his wife and his family. It's called somebody who is doing tzedakah at all times. That's the whole thing. It's tzedakah. It's a chesed, not just giving money away to others. All proper and honest and generous use of one's money is called b'chinas tzedakah. Then even Rabbeinu says Sefer Amidus, even if the goyim rob us and they put special what they call head tax on the Jews that they used to in previous centuries, it's also called tzedakah. There's a pasuk in the Navi, v'nogsaich tzedakah, and those who rob you, it's also tzedakah. For you, it's considered tzedakah. Very much like when Chas v'Chalila, a Yid is being killed by a guy, it's called Hidad Kiddush Hashem. Even if a guy just wanted to rob him, it's called that Kiddush Hashem. Any case that the guy kills a Yid, it's called the Hidad Kiddush Hashem.
Even from, not from, doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Really?
Yes.
Just like that?
Just like that. So, now we're holding by if you Vinei Klal, and what we have here, we have established a pattern. First thing that you need to do, you have to fix tikkun klali, the general, the overall, the supernal tikkun. Once you do that, once you perform the overall supernal tikkun, rectification, automatically everything, all the details will be taken care of. It's like the computer becomes full with all kinds of bugs and extra files and this and that and all kinds of corrupted whatever.
Nice.
You do a system restore. You do you reinstall the system. It's brand, you know, something is called ghost image. What it is they install the computer, you know, install the operating system and all the programs, whatever it is. Everything works fine. Then they take kiviyachol an image, a copy of the computer the way it is now. It's called a ghost image. After a while, the computer gets slowed down, corrupted, blah 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 through use. So what you can reinstall the ghost image like you have a brand new computer. The whole Kaviyachol b'derech mashal, the Tikkun HaKlali is the same thing. It's a reinstallment of ghost image. Introduces the whole thing. The whole thing is fixed from. You can use any kind of parable you want. You can call it a defrag of the hard drive. You can call it whatever it is. You know.
It cleans the system.
Cleans the system. So it says. And then automatically all the details will be fixed. Even though the Tikkun HaKlali itself is a lot higher than the particular tikkun of every single prat. Still, since the actual tikkun of everything actually depends on the mind, on the brain, to bring about whiteness from the brain. Those that pouring off, that spill from the levanim. This is the whiteness that comes from the mind, from the brain. And to elevate the moyach, to potentialize the moyach, to arm it, potentiate. The moyach is impossible. Tikkun HaKlali, that is the thing that potentiates the moyach, elevates it, makes it that which is called a live mind, kiviyachol, an expanded consciousness, moichan the gadlus. The brain is vibrant and sends whiteness to all the body. The only thing that can do it is Tikkun HaKlali. Like a nesha that awakens its nest. As you remember, we said that nesher is ruach, which is Tikkun HaKlali, and that awakens the moichin, which is Kne Chochma, Kne Bina. That when you have the ruach, when you have Tikkun HaKlali, it fixes the Chochma, it fixes the Bina, it fixes the moichin. That's why you can't fix things at the lower level of the details. You have to go to the higher level, which is Tikkun HaKlali, and the higher Tikkun HaKlali, in order to fix and to elevate the brain. And that brings about, automatically, fixes everything, all the details. And now the Rebbe explains how this principle, you fix the details by fixing the shirish, this is it is embedded in the question of the Sabbath the sages of Athens, that they asked Reb Shua ben Chananya to start a Torah with. V'zeh Perush, and this is what the sages of Athens asked Rabbi Shua ben Chananya. I Gavro, that man, the Azel by Itza, that he went, and he looks for a woman to get married. V'lo kayahavle, and they don't give her to him. Otherwise, he went looking for a shidduch, inquired about a specific shidduch, and they didn't want to give him. What's alluded to in this is like this: the Isha Hainu B'chinas Isha Yiras Hashem. This alludes to the Shechina. Hainu Mishepagam Ba'avonos. Anybody who has caused damage through the Averis, by doing Averis, the Gorom, and he caused an aspect of Dam Nida Kaviyachol La Shechina Kanal, that he caused the Nida to become separated from Kudsha Brichu. Shaldei Zeh Nachash Mashich La Legabe, that the snake, the serpent, which is the Samech Mem, the Sitra Acha, bites it and feeds off the Shechina. The Malchus, the Klal is, whenever we speak about what it is we need to do in this world, you'll always find that the entire Likutei Moharan, the entire avodah of a Yid, is the tikkun of the Malchus. Tikkun of the Malchus, the tikkun of the lowest bechin, the tikkun of the Shechina, the tikkun of that which is in this world. The Malchus is us. The Malchus is the Dibur. The Malchus is the cover. The Malchus are the clothes. The Malchus is the moon. These are all manifestations, bechinos, of the bechinas Malchus. In the Sipurei Maisis, the first Maisim Basmelech, which from all the Sipurei Maisis, even though the details are this, but overall, it's the most easily understood Maisa from all the Sipurei Maisis. It says the king that had 7 sons and a daughter. And the most important thing is the daughter, that he loves the daughter very much, and she got lost, and the viceroy goes looking for her, and so forth and so on, and the whole Maisa. The whole thing is the daughter. And he mentions that they had 6 sons. But he says the main thing is he loved the daughter, and it doesn't mention the 6 sons anymore. The whole Maisa, you don't hear about them anymore. Only the daughter. The daughter represents the Malchus. The Malchus is the lowest bechina. That's Tachas L'Maisa. The Malchus means the Tachas L'Maisa. What do? How you behave? How you talk? That is the Malchus. Now, the Malchus, the principle of the Malchus, the Metzias of the Malchus, is that Al Pi Kabbalah all week long, the Malchus, which is your behavior, this world, you exist in this world, is connected, is actually the feet of the Malchus are in the Klippas. You're dealing with this world, you're doing business, you're doing this, you're doing that. The question is to cheat, not to cheat, you hurt people, you don't hurt. This is called Raglea Yordos Mavis. Her legs are dipping in Lamata Masot Tfochim, below 10 Tfochim, which means the Sitracha, when the Malchus is not properly guarded, because of Averis, because it's Bechinas Nida, whatever it is, the Sitra Achra feeds off it. That's called that the serpent bites it and feeds off it. A Yid is a Kedusha machine. When a Yid does Averis Lo Aleinu, it allows the serpent, the klipas, the samech mem, the sitra achra, whichever way you want to call it, you're my buddy, you're going out drinking with us, all right, it leeches off it. On Friday, the Shechina elevates from the klipot. It comes out of the klipot. It takes its feet, its legs, kavyochon, out of the klipot. And on Shabbos, it's totally separated from the Sitra Achra. Shabbos is, it's protected. It doesn't feed on it. We mentioned, as they say in one of the Daf Yomi, parenthetically, what? Parenthetically. What? Parenthetically means in parentheses. In other words, while I'm at it, in parentheses, I'll mention something else. So it's called parenthetically. You can open up a dictionary. It says, parenthetically, Rabbeinu explains that's the reason why on Erev Shabbos there's a mitzvah to wash yourself with a shower of hot water. Ritzas Chamin on Erev Shabbos. What happens is that when the Malchus comes out, the legs of the Malchus come out of the Kelipot. So the Kelipot says, "You're my friend, right? So I can follow you into the palace. All week long, you came slumming with us. You went clubbing with us. You went to play in the slums. Now Shabbos you go to but we're pals, all right? We're friends. So I'll come down with you. And what happened if I come out, if the Sitra Achra comes into the palace, takes over the palace, that's the end of the palace. That's a coup d'etat, right? It's like, it's finished. So the Tumah, the Malchus goes on, the Klippa says, hey, way up, I'm coming over. It comes out, and it wants to raise, and it wants to swallow the Kedusha B'chlal. So what happens on Erev Shabbos, there's a fire, the Kedusha, which is called the flame of 70 stars, it's called. It has to do with Meduah Shel Shivim Kochavim comes down, it bangs the klippas on the head and drops them down, being that they want to come out of their habitat, it drops them down, really beats them up. They fall into a place which is called Nukva de Tehoma Rabba. It's an endless abyss, a hole, without end. Nukva de Tehoma Rabba. It's the Malchus, the Klippas got a false sense of security during the week because they were powwowing with the Malchus and they sacked off the Malchus. So this, Kadosh Baruch Hu let them, because the idea is that we are supposed to get up as many nitzos de kedusha from from the klipot. That's why the Malchus is engaged with them. But they get this false sense of security, on Erev Shabbos, the Malchus goes out, he says, it's our pal. The Malchus steps through the guards, so the klipot say, to the Shemrim, we're friends. I'm with her. Okay, boom, they get it, and that causes their downfall. So this is the physical or the rather the mashal-dik manifestation of that fire coming down on the Erev Shabbos and beats down the klippas and really defeats them, into the Likutei Moharan, is the hot shower in Erev Shabbos. That's a mashal for that, being that your body is just a mashal to very, very, very high inyanim. That's why you take a hot shower on Erev Shabbos after, from on the head. So when a person does, through his averes causes dam nida to the Shechina, causes separation to the Shechina. The idea is that the Malchus will be, mixed with the within the realm of the Sitracha, but Chas v'Chalila shouldn't do averes. When the Malchus is there and it doesn't do averes, and a person doesn't do averes, the effect is the opposite. Not only it doesn't allow the Sitracha and the Kilipot to feed off the Kedusha, but it actually takes out the Nitzoitzes, the Kedusha, that have fallen, that are in the Kilipot. It elevates them to the Kedusha. That's why it's there. So it is there. Either one or two things will happen. Either they will tempt the Malchus and, because the Yid did Averes and suck off the Malchus. Or if a Yid really keeps himself properly during the week, he guards the Dibor, he does Masa Matan Be'emuna, these are all Vochadike Zachas. These are all weekday inyanim. You do it with Kedusha, you keep yourself away from Averes. When a person does that, he elevates the Nitzoitzes, the Kedusha, the holy sparks that have fallen into the Kilipot. The opposite. It takes it out of the Kilipot. So it says, Isha Yoshem, anybody who with his Averes has caused dam nida to the Shechina. He caused the nida kevyochel to the Shechina to have kevyochel dam nida. That allows the serpent to bite and feed of it. And it causes separation, a disconnect between the Kodesh Baruch Hu and the Shechina. That's the highest spheres and the Malchus, which is the lowest one. They don't give it to him. In other words, that's the Ish is the Kodesh Baruch Hu, is Kudsha Baruch Hu. He wants his woman, the Shechina, the female aspect, and they don't give it to him. Kodesh Baruch Hu roars over the fact the sphere of Malchus was separated from him and went on Golos. So what they're asking, what the Sabbath Be'atuna are asking are as follows. That person that caused the Kodesh Baruch Hu to separate from the Shechina, and he drives the Kodesh Baruch Hu into sorrow. So that kind of person, what he sees that woman was denied. He says, what purpose does he say that he goes to where where there's a woman that is higher than that, higher than the one that they wouldn't give him? That he's going to someone. What's alluded to in their Shana is as follows. When a person wants to purify the Malchus from the aspect of Damim, he's going to a higher Madrega. The Tikkun HaKloli is above the Isha Yiras Hashem. The Tzaddik rules in the Yiras Elokim, in the Yira of Hashem. To say Tzaddik Shu B'chinas Tikkun HaKloli, the Tzaddik who is a physical representation of the Tikkun HaKloli. Hu Lemala, he is above, he is supernal. V'moishel b'yiras Elokim, and he rules over Yiras Elokim, shibchinas Malchus. The Malchus is called Yira. Sof davar, hakol nishmat Elokim yira. Sof davar, the end of all matters, is Elokim yira. The end of all matters, the Malchus. All the Sfirot start from Chochmah, Bina, Das, all the way to the Malchus. Malchus is called Sof davar. That's the end. That's the last Sphira. Is what? Is Yira. That's the Yira. The Malchus is the Yira. We have many, many manifestations. The Malchus is called the Yira. I don't want to get into too many details because that will get us off on a tangent over here and make it harder to actually grasp the meaning. Why does it go to a Bechina that is higher? That is higher. It's okay. The Bechina is high as the Bechinas Malchus. In other words, if it wasn't for the fear of Malchus, people would just go haywire. Malchus represents dinam, represents judgment. No fooling around. The police force, whatever it is, that's the Malchus. That's the lowest rung of the government. Where do you meet the lowest representation of the government? The most obvious. Where is the interface? Where do you meet it? A policeman. Right? That's you don't behave properly, you get it over the head, they knock you over the head. No, and chokhmot. So this is the Malchus, the B'chinas Yiras Elokim, is B'chinas Yiras Elokim, and Tikkun HaKloli is the spheres of the Yesod. That's the Tzaddik. Tzaddik Yesod Oilo. The Yesod is the thing that rules over the Malchus. That's the sphere above the Malchus. You want to fix the Malchus? That you damaged with your Averis. You have to go to a Bechina that is higher than that. You have to go to the Yesod. You have to go to the Tzaddik. That is the thing, the Tikkun HaKloli. That's the thing that fixes the Malchus. This is what Rabbi Shua Bechania did. Shokol Sikso Datzal Satan. He took a pin and he tried to drive it down the wall below. Siksa hem yesedis umasmeris. Siksa is what's the called thing that you buy a tent that you stake. There's sticks and stakes and nails. A pin, stake, nail. These are all the same. Principally the same Bechina. What does it refers to? These are the words of Torah, Moshekosov Divrei Chachomim, Kedarbonis v'chemasmeres. The words of Chachomim are as fixed and unchangeable like a nail stuck in place, like a stake that is stuck in the ground. That's Tata, he stuck it below. In other words, the lower madregas tachtonis, kshe'ein tikkun hakloli. While there's no tikkun hakloli. Batar istalek Rabbi Shimon. After Rabbi Shimon was mistalek, she'az adibur also. Then the dibur is forbidden, as we said before. So v'lo, it doesn't mean when in. It wasn't possible to speak Dibur Torah. When your mind is constricted, somebody tries to explain Dibur Torah to you, it just doesn't go in. You yawn, you become tired, you become this. No, I'm telling you something, that this is why. This is why when it becomes a little bit too much, the mind becomes tired, and a person yawns. Sometimes he falls asleep in a shir. You can see people like they fall asleep in a shir. Why? I'm serious. Because the moichin become tired. People feel embarrassed. I fall asleep during a shir. What's with me? No. It's a normal process until your moichin become wider, stronger, that can contain it. When there's a lot of information coming in, it tires them out. So you feel like you're falling asleep, so you're yawning, so you should understand that this is where it comes from. People think that the work of the mind is not called work. You understand it. Going up, running up the steps, that's called work. Lifting up weights, that's called work. But thinking is not called work. Thinking is hard work. You know, you have muscles, mind muscles. There's a kelim of the mind. So you can go, you sit in Shir Torah, and whenever I sit down to learn, Shir Torah, I start yawning, I start nodding off, I fall asleep, and I wake up and I fall asleep. And you say, like, what's the whatever? I'm interested. I feel so bad. The Magachir will look at me and will see that I'm yawning and will think that I'm boring him or whatever it is. No, because when the moichin are still constricted, the divrei Torah, the darbonas, the nail, the stake doesn't go in. There's no place. Until there'll be tikkun haklali, until the moichin will become broader, and they'll be able to hold it. Then you'll be able to be awake. So don't worry about it. It's not there's no. I remember, that when I used to learn with the Simcha, I didn't learn with him a lot, but whenever I used to learn with him, I used to go. I used to follow him. He says, "It's okay. It's okay." Not that I'm not comparing myself with it, but when Rav Rosenfeld, Zichrono Levracha, used to give shiurim, there was one person who would fall asleep in the shiur, so they wanted to wake him up. They wanted to wake him up, so so Rabbi said, no, don't wake him up. I said, his neshama hears it. Don't worry about it. I'll explain it to him. Don't worry. It's not En baya. That's beseder.
Right.
It says, so when there's no tikkun haklali, it doesn't go in. The azal dibur also. Zev v'lo, it doesn't go in. Hani shelo efshar after bil dibur toikano. That's a le'elo ve'ol. In other words, he shoved it in on top and it went in. This is during Kaviochel. This is a bechina of the days of Reb Shimon. Shukeshes abris. This is the rainbow of the covenant, which is tikkun haklali. When the tikkun haklali is in effect, the bris is in effect. Shazadibur muter. Then talking is permitted. Anishir Alem, he showed them she'iyefshar lesakin adibur. It is not possible to rectify the dibur ki im adei shevach tzadikim, through the praise of the tzadikim. The praise of the tzadikim she'em tikkun haklali ladibur. They shevach tzadikim, praising the tzadikim, is the tikkun haklali for a person's dibur, as we said above. As we said, everything else, like in all matters, you can only fix them when there's tikkun haklali. In order to elevate the mind. Once the mind is elevated, whiteness comes down. This is what Rabbi Shimon told them. That person, that was his zivug kaviyachol. Bas mazlo is called v'nozlim elovanim. That effect, the whiteness to pour down. Ches moichim ches nozlim elovanim. But Hashem, we will talk a little bit more, about this a little bit next time we sit to learn.